Now, I watched a video where you were talking about snow in the Sierra Mountains and how by the end of this century it won't be around any longer. Now, I was just wondering about with the water cycle, is the snow going to go somewhere else, or is it just going to like go in the sea and then that's the end of it?
Right. What we see happening that is really a part of climate change is, we call it the redistribution of moisture or precipitation from the mid-latitudes, so the whole middle part of the northern and southern hemisphere, to the high latitudes, so say the Arctic, and the low latitudes, like the tropics. So in other words, the dry areas are getting drier, and the wet areas, which are the northern high latitudes and the tropics, the wet areas are getting wetter. So we can't create or destroy water, but we can move it around, and it's moving from those mountains north and south.
Wow, so it's basically creating a dead zone.
Pretty much, yeah, and that's a big problem for a region like California, which is densely populated and relies on that snowmelt for a huge part of its water supply.
Wow, so basically it's almost like the wet areas that don't need the water are getting more and more, and the dry areas. That's something you don't realize. How it's just gonna basically crumble and dry out.
Yes.
Wow.
That's right.
That's scary.
I don't want you to have any nightmares, but it's the future is not pretty hydrologically.
Wow. Now this is my hardest question, and this is a really difficult one. And
I'm ready.
It's really hard.
Okay.
Do you like water sports?
Love water sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one is your favorite one? Or if you have a favorite.
Well, I like to swim, and I've just taken to getting back in the pool and try to swim a couple of times a week. And I brought my bathing suit to swim at the hotel here because it's so nice and warm. When I was younger, I loved body surfing. I don't do it as much anymore because I'm afraid, I'm such an old guy now that I'm gonna like break my back or crack my nose or something like that. But I used to do it quite a bit until I was in about my mid-20s. Now I just go to the beach and watch other people do it.
Now, I'm sorry I have to ask, but we don't live by the coast in Austin. What is body surfing?
Oh, body surfing is like surfing without a board. So you just dive into the wave, and yes, your body becomes the.
That must be kind of fun.
Don't I look like a surfboard?
Oh, maybe a little.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Again, it's when you get to my ripe old age of 52, it's a little bit more challenging. But for someone like you, I think you need to get over to Galveston or South Padre Island and get out there and hit the waves.
The beach is so beautiful. I've been there a couple of times, and I love to see the little crabs.
They're awesome.
Running along.
Yeah,
they're really cool.
And they taste good too.
Oh yes, they do. That's right. And it's scary to think with water vanishing like it is that those seeds are gonna. I mean, it's scary, to see water just disappearing.
Right. It is for sure.
So thank you so much for this interview.
My pleasure.
Your movie is coming out on DVD.
Oh, that's right. So Last Call at the Oasis comes out on DVD and BlueRay on November 6th.
That'll be really cool. Well,
thank you.
Sorry I can't shake your hand with my right hand.
No problem.
Thank you so much for this interview.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
Thanks.